welcome back to Clinch Talks. We're your hosts. I'm Riley.
And I'm Jaden.
And thank you for joining us today. This is episode 9, Entrepreneurship with Flight Foods.
Yeah, this is our guy, Thomas. We ran into him actually about a year ago. It's his own supplement company, and I think he could elaborate more than we could ever. So
passing the mic to One Take Tom.
Appreciate it to the boys. Shout out to Clinch team. Bro, good guys, man. Yeah, we ran into each other, I think, through Jose, right? Mutual.
Yeah. I had a class with Jose. That's how we got in contact through Jose.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's crazy, man. Running up the St. Leo campus. But yeah, I started my supplement company, Flight Foods, out of my dorm room in 2020. So it's super cool to be here. Like-minded individuals, just talk about entrepreneurship, and, entrepreneurship is quite the journey. So it's important to share it with others and, surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
Yes, sir. So really, the first question that come to mind, bro, I was just, honestly, can you just tell them like how you started, basically just the deadbeat start of Flight Foods right now?
Yeah, of course. So I started Flight Foods in my dorm room. Like, my dad was a pilot. I was starting to become a pilot. And I was like, living busy lifestyles, especially pilots, but everyone has their own flight in life, whether that's to be a doctor, teacher, athlete. You got to have fuel on the go. And I saw supplements as, one of the perfect ways to get that energy, focus, and, stay healthy while chasing their dreams. So I bought a bunch of raw ingredients. I started mixing them up in my dorm room. And 3 years later, came out with some formulas. And now we're here today. We're just grinding, setting up tables, posting on social media. But to be honest, like my start to entrepreneurship, was a little bit deeper. It was started off as like a, really skinny, like skin and bones kid. I was, I wasn't the most confident, wasn't the best speaker. Like I was that kid like in class, like, yo, don't call on me kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, it's really about clinching your dreams and like,
hey, you got to tie us in there. There we go.
Yeah. Something I love about the gym was like, one of those things where no one can block your blessing. It's you versus you.
Exactly.
And so I started really into the gym, but then I realized like career-wise, entrepreneurship is such a great thing because it's on you. You're the only person that can make it happen. Right. You're also the only person that can mess it up.
Yeah. It's a blessing and a curse. It just depends on how your outlook's going to be on it.
Yeah, man. So it's such a cool, entrepreneurship is such a cool, unique opportunity where
it's a journey.
It's really yours to make. Like you can go out there and do whatever you want. And, that's really what it's about here. It's kind of talking about you can really make your life, bro. And God puts things on your heart for a reason. And he's not going to, he doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called.
Yeah. That's well said. Yeah.
It's, it's a blessing, bro. Surround yourself with guys like y'all and, to pursue the dreams, we all have. So,
and it's really what you put in is what comes out too. So it's like, it's really what you're doing is what you're going to get back.
Yeah, man. There's no hiding. So much better. There's no hiding out here with entrepreneurship, but that's what makes it rewarding too. So
100%, dude.
Also, I'm sure you guys maybe talked about y'all's origin with Clinch Team as well.
Yeah. Jay, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take it. So I started my fitness journey my senior year summer going into college, and I was like, something has to change. I want to start to look good, feel good, and just kind of prioritize my health. I actually ran into this guy first day of orientation day. We've been locked in ever since day one.
You guys went back since orientation day?
Yeah, like literal day one.
Like first day, like freshman.
The first day.
Yo.
Like the very first day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't even, like, it wasn't, like, it didn't even start there. Like, well, it started there, but, like, we didn't really know each other after that. We just met each other, sat at the same table for freshman orientation, and then, a couple weeks later, we were like, yo, what's up?
That's crazy.
Yeah, we had like our own separate friend groups and everything. We'll occasionally see each other, but it was not like the relationship we have now. Yeah, so I bring that up, the origin story, to say that like I noticed Riley would take care of his health. I would take care of my health too. And it was just kind of like a natural magnetic pull that brought us closer to each other. And it was something I definitely noticed. So just throughout that whole year, we grew closer. We would hang out a lot, where our schedules kind of became similar. And over that freshman my freshman year of college summer, I was like, you know what? Like, I really like motivating others, and I really like watching people just take care of their health and just better themselves, no matter what facet it is in life they have. So, like, you know what? I hit up Riley. It was a random day too. I hit him up. It's like, yo, like, yeah. I was like, do you want to start clinch with me? Well, I actually we didn't even have a name for it. I didn't have a name for it. I just had the vision. I was like, you want to start like a motivational like Instagram page with me? And he was all in. So ever since then, we'll think of just different names. It was actually going to be called Triumph. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was going to be Triumph. Yeah. You have any thoughts you want to say?
I remember we just sat down, bro, and we just started brainstorming stuff. And we actually had another friend, Austin. He was doing it with us as well to begin with, and he came up with this logo, and it had the world in the palm of your hand, right? And Jay came up with the name Clinch, and he was like, clinch your dreams. The world is yours for the taking. The world is in your hands. Right. Clinch your dreams.
Yeah. So anything you want to accomplish in life is really at your grasp. That's kind of what I thought. That's what I thought about when I saw the logo. Yeah. So also throughout that summer, I actually had a job. I was working at Marshall's at the time, and I would work like late night shifts. I would get off around like midnight, and I would like have some ideas I still want to run through Riley. I text him. I'm like, yo, like I just got to get it off my chest, bro. We'll like get on conversation. We'll get on calls, probably talk at midnight, 1:00 in the morning, just brainstorming on how we can have a blueprint for Clinch. And we used to just have conversations all the time. At the time, I didn't have a car. We would meet up halfway in between us. I stayed in Tampa. He stayed in Bradenton. We'll meet up at a Starbucks and just like brainstorm and jot down ideas and just kind of really put it into tuition. And this is kind of what we've planned. This is what you guys see on Instagram is what we planned years ago.
And it's funny because when we started the Instagram and the TikTok, whatever, we would trade off days posting. So like, he would post one day, I'd post another day.
Austin posted.
And Austin would post the other day, so we would like switch on and off. Yeah, so it was great, man. But it's definitely been a journey, dude. I mean, you just learn so much building your own thing, right? You learn so much about yourself, about your team members in your business and everything like that. But I had a question for you, Tom. What keeps you motivated to keep doing this? Maybe when results are not yielding the same what you want to see.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's such a journey, man. Like, I mean, you guys know just as well as me, like it's a marathon. And what keeps me motivated is, some days I'm like, especially when I was in my dorm room formulating, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then you wait a couple of days and then you're like, so everybody was right. Like it was like, okay, it got hard, but was it irrelevant? No, the dream was still the same. So it's like, don't stop when things get hard, stop when things get irrelevant. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like that would motivate me. It's like, so everyone was right, you couldn't take it. And then I'm like, no, we got to get back to it. Yeah. And when God puts things on your heart, it's like, you really should not ignore them. You know what I mean? Like,
keep moving forward.
Yeah. Like God put Clinch Team on your heart, put Flight Foods on my heart. And it was like, he's going to find a way. You know what I mean? So it's really, that's where the faith is. Faith is like MLK said, he said, faith is when you take that first step, even when you can't see the whole staircase.
Yeah. So I actually had a question, but I wanted to make this comment first. So as far as Clinch, I remember when I had my epiphany, I was playing basketball at a park on a Saturday night over the summer, and I just was sweating and profusely. And I was like, this is great. Like, I just love to sweat and release endorphins. It may be weird, but it's my truth. And I was like, yeah, like something I have to motivate others to feel what I'm feeling right now. Do you have your epiphany moment where you was like, Flight Foods is going to be Flight Foods? This is what I want to do. I want to give protein powders. I want to create, supplements. Do you have your epiphany moment?
Oh man, I wish I had like a real epiphany moment. My moment actually came, I was on a call with Jose.
Okay.
And I was like thinking of problems to solve. And I'm like, supplements, like we need fuel on the go because, we all live these busy lives and I wanted to make fuel on the go. So that was my epiphany when I came up with Flight Foods, but it's really been a journey. Like, I feel like God put on my heart for a reason. And then I didn't know the real reason until I met he's a chaplain of Flight Foods. His name is Father Capo. And He's a jacked priest.
Yo, that's great.
And I loved his story and I loved his message. I met him at this conference in St. Louis, and he was like strong in body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah.
And that really resonated with me because I was trying to find my faith. And I was like, I knew faith was important, but I wasn't really on like crazy fire. I was like, I really want to find a deeper meaning and, blend the passions and talents, that God gives you with the truth, which is, Jesus, and love.
Right.
So finding a way to pass my love for fitness through the lens of faith was really my motivation. And also, like, I want to help. There's a lot of kids out there, especially like high school and a lot of high school kids. Like, you're trying to find out what you want to do in life.
Right.
And it's around that time when you start realizing, okay, I got to go to college, I got to go down this path, and you start making compromises on your dreams.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Right.
kids around those age, I want to tell them that, anything's possible. Don't bend your will to the world. Like, you should trust God's plan and dream as high and as far as you can, and then go even higher.
Yeah.
And I hope my supplements can be an aid toward that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever heard the saying, "You aim for the moon, fall amongst the stars"?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like that quote. You should really aim as high as you can. Even if you don't reach that goal, you've come a lot further than what you ever thought you could have.
100%.
No pun intended, but I like how you blend, your faith with the supplements and basically your fitness journey with your faith journey, and just bringing them both together. Like, that's really a testimony in and of itself, dude. Like,
Appreciate
that's
it.
really great, man. It just inspires me to do, about the same thing. Like, it, just keeping it going and stuff. But how did you get what was the inspiration behind Flight Foods?
Yeah, like the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, originally it was I was in flight school, and
Okay.
everyone has their own flight, quote unquote. So I wanted to be something for everyone, like, firefighters, police officers, teachers, doctors. I want everyone to be in on this, because health and wellness is important. Everyone has a body, is, the temple of God. So it's important you take care of it. But especially men, like, it's so important to lead by example.
Right.
If you're the head of the household, it's important to, be strong, be provider, and that's what I saw with Father Kappa. Like, I saw the man's stature, and I'm like, wow, it's really inspiring. He's like, but it didn't stop there. Like, his mental and spiritual were on like another level.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I really like aspire to be like that. And it's what I wear on my wrist now. It's like strong body, mind, spirit, fit for the kingdom. And it was just kind of like one of those things that's really impactful towards me. And I'm like, yeah, this is the message I want to go with.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I know you guys, kind of been going through a little bit of rebranding, or, there's so much that goes on, especially with posting on social media, so many ups and downs.
Yeah.
And I know you guys got recognized recently, like, especially on campus, like, you guys always buzzing around, I guess. But I'm sure there's dry times, where it's like,
Always,
it's
bro.
hard. So I guess what keeps you guys going? Like,
Dude, literally that. So, like, when I do have those days, it's like I wake up and I'm like, dude, why are we posting? Like, 200 people saw us, but at the end of the day, like, room full of 200 people,
so many people.
still so many people. But also interactions like the one I had today. My buddy, he was walking to class, whatever. He stops me. He's like, "Yo, are you behind that, that motivational page?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's me." And he's like, I like your stuff and I mess with it. So it really motivates me. And I was just like, yo, like, that's what keeps me going. It's the one, not the million, so.
Yeah. Also, I had this one professor who actually taught, "Is God silent?" And I notice every time we post, whether it's on our stories or just our regular page, he always is like one of the first to like it or comment. Well, he doesn't really comment, but he always likes our post, and that's still inspirational to me because
keeps you going.
Yeah, he's very consistent, and I know there's always somebody watching, even if they don't like the post. There's somebody who's paying attention. We have an impact on somebody's life.
There's always more watching then likes, and then there's comments.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you never know who's watching. There's so
Exactly.
many people
Right.
watching you.
Yeah.
And you know, it's important to keep going. So
Yeah. We're gonna have our breakthroughs. I just know we gotta stay on course. One day we're gonna blow up.
Yeah. And I think like as long as we're making a difference in someone's life, bro, that's really the basis of what we're doing here, you know. Make them think different, make them, you know, want to change their life for the better if they already aren't. So that's really a big thing behind Clinch Team and stuff. But yeah.
No, that's big. That's big. Yes, it's always there's always one person that needs that message, and you know, just showing up every single day is powerful.
Yeah. I just like breeding positivity into the world, as I know you can attest to as well.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's just like you just want to be a force of good. Like at the end of the day, you're just trying to be a man for others. You know, we're here to serve.
Right.
So it's like,
and like you said, I mean, you blend your faith. It's, you know, Jesus leaves the 99 for the one. So that's really what, you know, we're trying to, I mean, that's what we want to emulate, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to be like him, and we try to push that through, you know, our stuff. And that's what I get. That's what you're kind of pushing through your stuff too, right? So
100%,
it's like,
100%.
yeah. So, but yeah, that's a big thing that, you know, that fuels our flight. So we really, no, but seriously, yeah. But yeah, dude.
Bro, yeah, it's really, man, those people, like kids, man, like especially like high school, there's always that moment where, you know, you kind of realize some of them feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start bending my goals down a little bit.
Yeah,
right. It's like when you're early, you're like, I'm gonna be a billionaire, I'm gonna have like $1 zillion, I'm gonna like go everywhere, I'm gonna bring the message to everyone. But you know, reality sets in, and I don't want people to settle for that.
Okay, well, I like how you say reality, and as we all know, we all have different perceptions on the world. So I don't really think there's one specific attached reality that we all can agree on, you know? So I really just think it all depends on being optimistic and just kind of always hoping for the best. Not like you said, not compromising what you want in life, you know? You're only going to live one time, and while you live here, you might as well accomplish the goals you want to accomplish, you know? So,
bro, I think, I guess, what are you guys' next steps for growing Cringe Team? Is it been posting more on social media? I mean, the podcast kicking off, I feel like that's pretty new for you guys. Or is it like in-person events? Like, I guess, where do you guys see the future going?
Dude, I mean, I could say all of the above. We're just trying to rebrand, dude. We're trying to build this podcast, trying to build a community, you know, online, basically. That's what we want to do through Instagram. You know, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, Clinch_team, everything. So basically, you know, just rebranding and stuff. We're building some stuff. We got a big drop coming here soon. We're just trying to figure out the nuances and stuff. Yeah. I mean, you know about drops, bro. Tell us about your newest drop.
Yeah, man. We just dropped the Bosco Blast Off pre-workout. Best flavor we got so far. So definitely check it out.
What's that flavor? Like,
it's like berry lime cherry. Okay. That's like the breakdown of the flavor profile. So it's like a bombsicle, you know, like one of those red, blue popsicles.
Okay, dude, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I feel like y'all's like in-person events go crazy too. Yeah. Like have like a cookout or something at St. Leo. That's a great idea. These boys run St. Leo, so
dude, we need to capitalize more on that because like we had two good turnouts, but we had like 30 people. Right, yeah, exactly. And like we want that online community, but still we want that, you know, in-person community as well. So it's like you're true.
You guys could kill in-person events too. Yeah.
I really like what you be doing though, like going to the car shows and stuff, and you go giving out samples. You go give samples to random people like on the side of the road, bro. And you went to Miami. Tell them about Miami.
Yeah, Miami is fire. I mean, we went. I got some great content with the boys. Subscribe to my boy Andy Salas Garcia. Straight bangers. But shout out to my boy Takeover Tim as well. And yeah, no, we got some. Shout out to my boy BJ and Jared. But yeah, man, we got some great content. Got some great interviews. We actually snuck into the UFC event too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we snuck through the guards.
You got some content with that or no?
Little bit.
Hey, shout out to my boy Flight Foods. Shout out Flight Foods.
Yeah, bro, we got
I
First-
seen you did a workout on the beach too or something.
Yeah, dude, Muscle Beach, bro. We got some pumps in. It's fire. Yeah, man. Big things coming. I would say stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got some big drops coming. Big content on the way. And best is yet to come, really, for the boys. I think, with all the hard work and consistency, we put out there is someone's watching it, and you're always one move away.
Right.
One
right.
shot, one connection away, one handshake, one, hey, what's up in the cafeteria away from someone that, could change the whole trajectory of it. So,
Yeah.
How it goes,
Yeah.
dude.
And I think that's also where the inspiration just kind of it spills out. Is that's also where I feel like the entrepreneurship spirit comes from. Is that any given opportunity can help level you up.